Hi guys, my name's Bill, and in this video I want to show you how to replace the water valve on your front load washer. But before I do that, I'm going to cover the 4 main reasons that will cause you to have to replace it.
Number 1. If water trickles into the washer when filling for a wash cycle. First, you want to make sure the screens on the water valve and the fill hoses are not plugged up with debris causing this problem. If they are clean and the water still trickles in, replace the valve. Number 2. No water enters the washer when the valve is getting 120 volts AC. So for this test, we're going to hook up our meter to the cooled water valve in the center of the 3. Now turn the washer on and set the fill temperature to cold and press start. After a few seconds, you should get 120 volts AC at the valve, and water should be entering the machine, but if no water enters the machine, the valve is bad. And now you want to perform the same test for the hot water valve by moving the meter leads over to the red valve and performing the same test. Just make sure you set the fill temperature to hot when you do this test for the hot water valve. Number 3. Water still enters the wash tub even when the washer is unplugged from the wall. This is because the plunger inside the solenoid is not able to completely close and water is still able to pass through the valve. You'll know this is your problem if your washer is off and it's still filling with water. And number 4. You screwed up the valve by cross-threading the fill hoses during installation. So, let's replace it. First thing, unplug the washer from the wall and turn off the water supply line. After you do that, we can remove the fill hoses from the back of the washer, and we're going to take out the 2 screws on the top panel to hold it in place. Once those are out, we can remove the top. Now we can disconnect the wiring from the water valve. From here, we can remove the 2 screws to hold the water valve in place. The first one's going to be the easy one to take out, and the next one's going to be the difficult one. So you're going to have to push down on the tub. That way there's enough room to get your hand under the water valve and between the tub to get the bottom screw out. And just be careful not to drop it. So once you get it loose, don't take it all the way out. You can reach in with the other hand, turn it one last turn, and then it'll fall out in your hand. And now we can remove the little piece of plastic that holds the water valves in place on the back panel. Just be careful not to break it off like I did right there. Whoops. And now we'll be able to remove the valve from the dispenser and the machine. Except right here you're going to see that I forgot to unplug one little connector on the side of the valve. And once I get that unplugged, we'll be able to remove it. Just pull it back and then lift it up out of the machine. And now we can install the new water valve. So to get the new one in, start by pushing the threaded part through the back of the washer and line it up with the holes in the dispenser and push it in place. Should slide right in, and make sure you connect that sneaky little wire on the side of the valve over there. Let's reattach the scientifically engineered plastic locking device mechanism on the back of the washer. Let's replace the easy screw first, and make sure you're careful not to over tighten the screw because you will strip out the threads on the dispenser. This pro tip will save your life. Alright, get yourself some electrical tape and break off about an inch or 2 long piece of it. Take the screw that you don't want to drop down into the washing machine and tape it to the tip of your screwdriver. Now you just want to get around the rim of the head of the screw there. You don't want to get it all down on the threads and stuff, or you won't be able to get it off. Get the tape off when you're done. But you want it to look like that. Now we're going to take our screwdriver with the tape screw on the end, push down on the tub, and reach in and put the screw back in the water valve. And you don't have to worry about dropping it like this. And again, you want to make sure that you don't over tighten these screws because they will strip out the dispenser and you could possibly have a leak. And now I take the screwdriver away, the tape stayed on the screw, but now I can reach in with my other hand and pull the tape off. Now we can reattach the wiring to the water valve. They're color coordinated, so you're not going to mess those up. Now you can put your fill hoses on the new valve. Just make sure you don't cross thread them, so make sure you start them by hand first. And once you get both of those on, you can go ahead and turn the water on. Test your washer, make sure it's not leaking or anything like that. And then if you have no leaks, you can go ahead and put the top back on the machine, and you're done.
Okay guys, that's it. That's how you replace the water valve on your front load washer. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that now. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and it lets me know that you guys really care. I've placed a link down below for you to order some parts, and also a link for you to sign up for my monthly giveaway. Make sure you visit those links in the description, and of course, thanks for watching.